Hello. That wasn't much of a test, that last one. Have some side quests here as well. I don't know why I was skipping them, unless I just leveled up too much. Too far from too. Yeah. These are plus ones. But we're gonna try out. Hopefully, combat will be in something. We could get a better test out. I'll do some side quests. Excuse me. Oh. Like, was there quest as soon as I left the place or something? I would have done that one. I'm sure I would have done that one. The desperate. Oh, thank goodness, a capable-looking traveler. Please, I need your help. My caravan was attacked by beasts. I had a bodyguard, a young Mamuja mercenary, but he could barely fend for himself, let alone me. He somehow managed to throw me over his shoulder and carry me all the way here. But no sooner did my feet touch the ground than he ran back into the jaws of death. If I can figure out why. Injured as he was, I don't like his chances. Please, I beg it, you go to you kick and save him. I don't know how to say these words. Sorry. So I'm gonna stop doing the dungeons more than once. I know I'm so far ahead, but I don't know. I should do that one. This one is what is behind this one? Another meteorite. Either current, whatever. Nepal, no, like Nupley is rubbing his hand. Hey, I recognize you. You're Aura, yes. I heard about you. Companion to the third promise, a most dependable individual. The name's Nopley, and I'll have you know I'm a merchant blessed by fortune, if I do say so myself. Indeed, I believe our meeting today is no chance encounter, but the hands of fate guiding us for one singular purpose, the exchange of invaluable items at an unbelievable price. If I could direct your attention over here for just a moment, feast your eyes on these crates of exceedingly rare and precious corrupted crystals. Beautiful, aren't they? They were extracted from remote regions of Eorzea and shine a brilliant orange hue, quite unlike the run-of-the-mill crystals. No, I've seen that. I'm sure I've seen that before. For you, I'm willing to offer them for the low price of 1 pel in the millions column. It's nigh highway robbery at this valuation, but anything for a friend of the third promise. Said 1 million, worth even a fraction of that price. Such a low price, I'd be a fool. What do you mean? Considering how much it set me back to purchase them, the price I'm offering should be perfectly reasonable. Strange. These are precious crystals, are they not? Just to be certain, these crystals are considered priceless treasures in Eorzea, right? Let me see if I'm getting this right. Not only are corrupted crystals commonplace across the salt, but they're also highly volatile. And in the past, you once used such crystals together with an elemental converter to do battle with powerful entities you call primal? Mm-hmm. What's more, you kept them in a warded container at all times to protect against the deleterious effects. All of which is to say, no practical use for such crystals has been discovered, meaning no one with sense would ever bother to mine them. The peddler who sold the crystals to me never mentioned a word of this. He claimed they're extremely rare in Eorzea, which is why I decided to purchase them in the first place, even at the exorbitant price he offered. Naturally, I believed him, having never seen crystals of their like. Could you blame me? But if they really have no use... Have I, Nobly the Lucky, been swindled? Well, at the very least, I was able to learn about the crystal's true nature before selling them to some poor soul. Fortune hasn't abandoned me completely yet. At any rate, I'd like to verify whether these crystals truly hold no value. Would you be willing to help me look into this, Aura? Need someone I can trust and that you'd be willing to share the truth with me, there's a lot. No need to answer right away. Give it some thought. If you've no interest, you're free to be on your way. If you decide to assist me, however, I'll be here waiting. It's part of the quest, why wouldn't I? You're willing to help then? Wonderful, you truly are a kind-hearted soul. Now, before I go and confront the merchant who sold me these crystals, I'd like to look into potential uses for them in Tural. For instance, crystals are in high demand among Turali mages who make extensive use of them in their rituals, and I just so happen to know a spellcaster among the distillery's guard. I'd like you to speak with them about the corrupted crystals and gauge their interest in purchasing them. In the meantime, I will see about procuring a container to ward off the crystal's harmful effects. Per your explanation, preparing an elemental converter with my skills is likely impossible, but finding the requisite materials for a warding vessel should be well within my abilities. The mage you're looking for is an individual of the Bunua tribe. If you happen upon someone wielding a staff, chances are you found them. More corn. Excuse me. You'd recognize the rustle of this coin anywhere. Let's pick up side quests, I guess. Well, if it isn't my dear friend from Tulio... I do hope your days, as well as your stomach, have been full of merriment and cheer since last we met. Sure. Glad to hear it. I was just passing through with a faint rumbling caught my attention. The unmistakable sound of a belly in need. How fortuitous that fate would also guide you here. Might I impose upon you to help me once more? If you would lend an ear to the poor boy's troubles, I can determine how best to lend an ear of my own. Cause corn ear. Funny. Excuse me. If you come for business, I'm afraid I'm much too tired right now. It's strange, really. No matter how much I sleep, or try to sleep, I suppose, it never seems to be enough, and despite the weird grumbling in my stomach, I have no appetite. I recognize a lover of corn when I see one. The problem, I believe, is that he eats only corn. He is exhibiting clear signs of malnourishment for lack of a well-balanced diet. So my dominion is only over that which is corn and kerneled. There may yet be a way we can help him. Prepare with lime water, my corn can be enriched with additional nutrients. Behold, a rich and creamy corn soup. Surely this will help remedy what ails him. And soup will help me feel better? Oh, a corn soup! It really is the best of foods. I can't get enough of it. I never thought eating only corn could be bad for me, but there's no denying how terrible I've been feeling lately. I suppose I'll need to be more creative with my corn cooking. Thanks for this. You've given me much to think about. Yay. Nothing like a nice, warm corn soup to warm the belly and the heart. Let this be a reminder, my friend. It is impossible to have too much of a good thing. It is possible to have too much of a good thing, even corn. But in moderation, together with other herbs, spices, and flavorings, you can enjoy a cornucopia of delectable delights. I believe my work here is done, but know that where there are those in need of sustenance, I will be there. Fare thee well. Oh, that was over quick. Yeah. Oopsie. We'll do whatever's in the orange. So what's in the orange? Bow. Okay, we're... Oh, mage? Staff? Stave? I'm assuming this one. Intriguing. I've never heard of these crypto crystals. As a practitioner of the arcane arts, I'll not deny they pique my curiosity, but I'm afraid I have no interest in purchasing them. If they're as volatile as you say, there's little to be done with crystals whose very nature can change on a whim. Assuming it's up here somewhere. Ah. Mivli has a request which involves more than a little danger. Excuse me. Say, you look like an intrepid individual. I could really use your help with something. A short ways from here, in Chubameki, I guess. Exceptionally large, shall we say, overgrown, mega magway are known to appear. I'd like you to take one down and retrieve an enlarged bulb from its body. As for why, I'll tell you upon your return. Okay. Oopsie. Oh, there we go. So even the mage was not interested. Nevertheless, I thank you for speaking with them on my behalf. It seems you were right. These crystals really are worthless. I may be unable to make back what I've lost, but there's still one thing I can do. Or, I wish to stop that pernicious peddler from continuing his crooked ways. Will you help me? What a relief. Allow me to offer you a small token of my thanks. When you have a moment to spare, please come see me again. We must stop him before he has a chance to swindle anyone else. Is that the first one in quest form I had gotten? Oh. To catch a merchant. Nopli is eager to put a stop to the pernicious peddler's malevolent schemes. Oh my god. Every moment we leave that peddler to his own devices is another opportunity for some unsuspecting traveler to be hoodwinked. We need to figure out where he's been and where he may go next. I'll ask around Pillow if anyone else has had similar run-ins with disreputable merchants. In the meantime, I'd like you to find the scoundrel and keep him in your sights by whatever means necessary. We can't have him leaving before we've had the chance to settle this matter, after all. I expect he's still in Urqopacha, visiting the markets to use his ill-gotten pells to stock up for his return to Eorzea. Like it's not, he's inspecting the stalls at Ichuvlo's Inn. Ask after a Lalafell by the name of Gigi Molu, but be discreet. Once you found him, try to keep him occupied for as long as you can. Ugh, Lalafell. Down there. Well, I'll probably do this. I'll be recording some side quests. And hopefully the volume is better this time. I even turned down like sound effects or player effects. So hopefully I come out sounding better than my last videos. No, I did not want to fight you. That was the road. Oh yeah, I forgot again. Young mercenary. I can hardly believe my eyes. You felled those bloodthirsty beasts with such ease. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Thank you for saving me. As a mercenary for hire, I'm ashamed such help was even necessary. So the merchant sent you, did she? The attack on the caravan saw her wares scattered all over. I figured the least I could do was retrieve as much as I could. Thanks to your timely rescue, I can still do just that. No need for you to stay with me, friend. Go and let her know that I'm safe. I'll grab what I can and be along shortly. Let's go after that one down there. Oh, and actually watch where we're going. Getting aggro. Oh. Yeah, turn this little off. Well, at least there's only a B rank. It shouldn't aggro. I'm gonna do things in order that I see them. So I'm gonna go up here to these coffee grounds and do these. Sabli is perplexed by a coffee conundrum. You there, might I beg your assistance with something? I was taking a stroll through the valley the other day when I discovered coffee beans scattered in the brush with not a coffee plant in sight. Curiosity got the better of me, and so I brought some back here to brew. The taste was simply exquisite. I'd like to acquire more, but therein lies the problem. I found the beans in Shabamehi, an area south of here known to be the territory of mountain bears. They tear me to shreds, but something tells me you can manage the trip. Here, take these smoke bombs to drive back the bears and bring back whatever coffee beans you can. Hot-blooded stork. Factory 3. 645. Was it earrings? It actually is earrings, and that's an upgrade. Whoa, I need to do this. The hot-blooded storekeeper and her trusty alpaca gaze at you inquisitively. Interesting. My darling Alfie didn't spit at your approach, which can only mean she trusts you, and if she does, then so do I. As such, I would ask a favor. Recently, a sack of premium coffee beans was stolen from my storehouse. The thieves came in the dead of night, but I was wide awake to catch them in their act. A band of go mercenaries. My brave Alfie spat on their leader square in the face, and thanks to her saliva's distinctive scent, I was able to track them down. They were well armed, however, so I resolved to give up on the coffee beans. But for a strapping lady like you, contending with those thieves shouldn't be a problem. So please, I beg you, go to Urqopacha and teach them a lesson. Okay. Right up there. I'll go there first. My odorous coffee bean thief. Urgh, the smell. I can't get rid of the smell. What? Who are you? Oh god, I had her over here today. Boys, get her. There he goes. But boys, you regret this. Yeah, no. This is saying that word. Sorry. Okay. You're returned. And you look none the worse for wear. What a relief. It smells nothing like the thief who stole them. For a blessing, the sack of coffee beans smells nothing like the thief who stole them. Well, that's funny. Funny when you read that. Yeah, read flavor text. Ah, our precious coffee beans. Thank you so much. I knew I could trust you. Coffee's popularity continues to soar, as does the demand for it. I'm afraid incidents like this one have grown increasingly more common. Everyone's been pouring their hearts into this, so to make the most delicious coffee possible and give the Matt Tea farms a run for their money. And yet those thieves tried to steal the very fruit of our labors. Bad apples, a lot of them. And you know a bad apple when you see one, don't you, Alfie? They deserve to be spat on. Shoot. Oh, sorry about that. I got a little carried away, but I've taken up enough of your time. Here, a little something for your troubles. And the fiddle. Yeah, that was... Definitely can use that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, that's not the bear I want. Okay, there we go. This is the bear I want. Here. Oh, there. This, yeah. And then... Your hands navigate through the sticky soil, finally grasping something solid within a clump of coffee beans. The soil is warm to the touch and surprisingly moist. Nevertheless, you plunge your hands inside and retrieve a dripping clump of coffee beans. The scent emanating from this mound of soil is veritable assault on the nostrils, but you persevere in the name of delicious coffee and stick your hands inside to claim one last clump of coffee beans. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Oh, turn this one in. And then go up there to that garden. Get that done. Well, here. Down here, yeah. Here we go. Wonderful, you return. I'm glad to see you still have all your appendages. But tell me, were you able to find more of the wondrous coffee beans? These coffee beans are covered in putrid-smelling soil? Marvelous, thank you. Ah, but they seem to be covered in. Is that soil? Well, this appears to be dung. That would explain. uh, as omnivorous mountain bears feed upon flora and fauna alike. Unbeknownst to us, however, it seems they've developed a liking for our coffee plants and have been snacking on them in secret. But because the beans are difficult to digest, they remain whole in the bear's leavings. Ew. I suspect that while inside their stomachs, the flavors and fragrance of the plants and fruit the bears normally eat permeate the beans, diminishing their bitterness and resulting in coffee beans with a fruity, sweet flavor. A most intriguing discovery, one I couldn't have made without your help. Thank you. I dare say we have a new premium blend of coffee on our hands. Um, please don't get it from dung. Like, soak it in fruit or something first. Instead. Yeah, ew. Whatever. Yeah, hopefully whoever, they modify that ideal, because, ew. Like, don't continue to get it straight out of the drunk. Headphones. Sickly merchant. The sickly merchant is not only unwell, but visibly unhappy. No? Forgive me, traveler. Might I have a moment of your time? I'm a merchant from Tuliolo, here on business, but I've felt sick as a dog ever since I arrived. The Pelu boy I hired as a guide to show me around these parts gave me one look before suddenly heading north, muttering something as he left. He was speaking too quickly for me to catch what was said, but I fear the mere sight of me upset him somehow. If it wouldn't be too much trouble, would you go and offer him an apology on my behalf? He ran off toward the tea field north of here. Uh, But if there's no sign of him, I'm sure someone nearby would have seen where he went. Did I see anyone pass by this way recently? Why, yes, actually, the local guide. He was gathering fresh tea leaves here just moments ago, until a rather rambunctious alpaca did something to agitate him. I couldn't hold back a chortle as he chased after it. I fear he may have heard. At any rate, he was headed toward the hill northwest of here. Excitable guide. Hmm? Who are you and what do you want? If you haven't noticed, I'm rather busy at present. Upset? Me? Why would he? Speaking too fast again. An unfortunate misunderstanding. That merchant has a clear case of altitude sickness. It's not uncommon in those traveling to Urqopacha for the first time. The best cure for it, and most things, is mate tea, which is why I was collecting tea leaves earlier. But just as I'd finished packing them into my bag, this wild alpaca came and snatched it. Now that I have it back, it's time to get brewing. Let's drink it up. There you are. He told me everything, and it seems I mistakenly sent you on a wild alpaca chase. Forgive me. Thanks to tea, I'm feeling much better. Tea is a vital source of nutrients in these highlands. I'm sure you can promote it as a nourish potable back in the markets of Tulaloyo. Why not buy some in bulk now? Ha, you're not only a talented guy, but a convincing salesman. Very well, I'll give your offer some thought. But first, might we continue our tour? Thank you again, traveler. I hope that my experience can serve as a lesson for us both to be properly prepared when journeying to high altitudes. I'm going to put back over there. Right. Oh, yeah, here. Oh, I'm so relieved to hear he's safe. The Mamuja take considerable pride in their trade as mercenaries, but that young man seems to have a peculiarly acute sense of responsibility. I've heard tell that some Mamuja travel across the salt to make a name for themselves. As a preliminary step to that, it seems many young hopefuls gather experience here in Tural as mercenaries and bodyguards to sharpen their skills. That said, earnest as he is, the young man failed to protect my caravan. We will have to discuss some form of compensation for my losses. I'm not heartless, however. He saved my life and risked his own to reclaim my wares. There is much to consider. For now, however, treating his wounds must come first. Hmm. Oh. Let's open this ramp. See? Welcome back. How did you fare? A bull picked fresh off a failed mega whatever. A perfect specimen. This will surely make for fine mezcal. Tell me, were you aware that it was actually the peoples of Zactoral who taught we Pelu how to make mezcal? They taught us to make the liquor with agave, but we also learned that using the bulb of a Mega Magui gives the drink a real kick, and the Mega Magui would give me a real kick if I tried to cure their bulbs myself, which is why I can't thank you enough for your help. I have no doubt the batch of mezcal I make with this will be a delight. So, one more here? Yay. Which way? Hopefully. Oh, the Lilithville. Looking for Lilithville. Ah, well, this is a pleasant surprise. To think we would meet again here of all places. You do recognize me, don't you? The merchant you spoke with on the ship to Tuliyola. I neglected to impart my name to you at the time, but I shall happily rectify that now. Gigamolu, at your service. Since my arrival on the continent, I must say business has been booming. I'll spare you the details of my most recent transaction, but suffice it to say, I earned quite a handsome sum from a most generous young merchant. Truly makes the lengthy voyage here feel well worth the trouble. All that remains before I return to Eorzea is to purchase some commodities. Alas, ever since I felt the soothing waters of Penakpelu retreat on my skin, I can think of little else. The mere mention of it has been stirred my yearning to avail myself of those hot springs once more. It's a pleasure to meet you again, my friend, but I must be going. Farewell. Um, let's figure out how to get in. Oh, okay, that's not the right way. Yeah, see, I thought you could go. I thought you could go in here, but apparently not. How? Hmm. Don't like. Excuse me. Must be this. Has to be this way. Yeah. Wasn't up far enough. Oh, it's you again. Did you follow me here? Or perhaps you too have succumbed to the lure of these hot springs. The water is the perfect temperature, and the view ravishing. All my worries seem to just melt away. Though I suppose I've also Kavli to thank for that. He's been the perfect attendant, taking care of my every need. Eh, tick, go. I'm surprised you're still listening to me ramble on. If I didn't know better, I might think you came not to enjoy these springs, but to speak with me. Kikimolu is growing suspicious of you. Perhaps it would be best to speak with Kavli instead. Kikimolu truly did such an awful thing? I had no idea. He only recently began to visit these springs and hired me to take care of odds and ends for him during his sojourns. I took him to be quite the affluent individual, the way he carries himself. My heart goes out to poor Nopely, but as a Pelu Pelu, I am quite intrigued by Gigimolu's trading practices. Allow me to explain. Many years ago, we Pelu Pelu were looked down upon by the other people of Tyrol, both figuratively and literally, due to our diminutive stature. Chagrined, it is said that our ancestors decided to start wearing masks made in the image of the most powerful Tyrol Vidural Valleygarmonda, in order to strike fear into the hearts of all who looked upon them. Today, however, the meaning of the mask has changed. After becoming peddlers at the Dawn servant's suggestion, the masks have come to symbolize fair transactions. Indeed, they are now proof of our reputability. Instead of focusing solely on our own profit, we endeavor to make every trade mutually satisfactory. Countless years of doing so has earned us the respect of those around us, and we are now very rarely experience any belittlement. That's cool and all. Yet it seems Gigamolu wishes only to fill his own coffers, even at the expense of those with whom he does business. It's a shame. After what he's done, no Turali will wish to barter with him again, no matter what quality of import he has at hand. I will keep a close watch on him from now on. I don't want to see anyone else swindled out of their hard-earned pelf. Though, given his present euphoria, I doubt he'd be doing anything of the sort anytime soon. That said, I'm sure Nobly must be anxious to hear from you. I have matters here well in hand. Why don't you return to him? I'll just teleport. 48 minutes recording. Should be able to do the other side, right? Unless he comes back home. What? You met Gigamolu during your voyage to Tyrol? What a small world. In any case, thank you for lending your assistance once again, Ara. It's reassuring to know Cavally will be keeping careful watch of him. As for my investigation here, it seems I'm presently Gigimolu's only victim. But I fear I won't be the last. There's no telling what underhanded tricks he'll use to procure those wares you spoke of, and I refuse to let him besmirch all that is meant to be and means to be a merchant. I have a plan, but I'm going to need your help. Oh. Another one. Finding fate appears to be deep in thought. Yeah, I'm gonna get my can of Starbucks. No point in pausing the triple shot energy. Yay. For some reason, it's only the double shot who has the sucralose in it, with triple shot doesn't. And I'd really rather not have that. Anyways, yummy. Moving on. I'd like your opinion on something, Mara. Should word spread of Gigamolu's underhanded practices, it won't be long before there's not a soul in all of Tyrol willing to deal with him. How do you feel about that? It's only 9, so it's right. Serves him right. Dude. Indeed, yet I would be disappointed by such a conclusion. After all, we'd lose one of the fellow merchants willing to voyage across the seas to do business with us. If he is to remain a potential trading partner in the years to come, he needs to be made to see the error of his ways. I suspect a few words of warning would do little, however. He needs to be taught a proper lesson, to feel the sting of being swindled for himself, and we shall make sure that he does, the Pelu Pelu way. First, we'll need an alluring piece of merchandise to serve as bait. Hailing from across the salt yourself, I can think of none better suited to finding something that might garner his interest. Have a look about and see what local specialties we have to offer. I should like to know if anything catches your eye. Something rare? I can think of nothing better than coffee plants. They'd surely fetch a handsome price, seeing as you most likely can't find them where you're from. Oh, so you can find them there. Well, in that case, I'd like to try your coffee for myself. A local specialty that's on the rarer side? How about the potatoes being sold at the distillery? It's one of the few vegetables that can be cultivated at these altitudes. Oh, you already have potatoes? Well, plenty in Eorzea? Well, I'll be. If they're popular across the salt as well, I couldn't be prouder. Well, that's not gonna work. Alpaca fur? Something to do with alpaca, maybe? Dog fur? If it's for a merchant, they might be interested in our traditional dogs. They're believed to be good luck for business. I'll carry one around myself, as it so happens. Whether or not someone unaware of its origins and significance will truly appreciate it is another question entirely. Maybe, but... Other side. See? If you're looking for something out of the ordinary, I'd have to recommend an Uolan bristle hairbrush. They're good to keep the alpacas free of fleas, and they help prevent skin conditions, among other things. And while you'd expect them to turn and spit on anyone tugging on their hair, the alpacas seem to enjoy the grooming. It's a simple way to help keep them healthy and happy. People can use the brushes too, obviously. The Uolan bristles help distribute natural scalp oils and strip the hair of leftover dead strands to promote a healthy scalp. It's surprisingly gentle on the skin too, so it's little wonder they've grown so popular. Potatoes and coffee plants do not seem like bait enticing enough to draw Kikimolu's interest. The dog and hairbrush, on the other hand, may just be tantalizing enough. Report back to Napoli and inform him of your findings. Yay, okay. Probably too much longer on that, and then we can go to the other place. Okay, so I have only been to two zones. I really have to finish. Do some fates, huh? What's the point? Do the 6. Oh. Yeah, I'm not gonna go out of my way to do them. Oh, I'm sure I know what that last one. Let me do this side quest in the other place that I told you I had. This side quest today. Yeah. I think I can. I usually try not to record from when I'm tired. It makes me tired. Chronic illness and all that. Anyways, you were returned. I take it you found an item or two of interest. I see. An Uolan bristle hairbrush and one of our traditional dolls. I must admit, whether such a doll would truly be desirable to an outsider is a bit dubious. I think it'd be safest to go with the hairbrush. Thanks for finding a suitable bait. Normally they go for 1 pel in the 10,000s column, but to teach our pernicious peddler a lesson, I'll offer him one for 1 pel in the 100,000 column. Lest you worry, I won't actually sell it to him. I'm just giving him a taste of his own medicine, so he can come to understand why a fair and honest deal is so important to we Pelu. More importantly, I wish to convey something to him. Merchant to merchant. So what do you say? Will you lend me your aid? Oh, yeah. Thank you! Let's give Gigi Molu an offer he can't refuse. I'm assuming this may be the last one since there actually is things here. So, okay. Now please, mind to swindle a swindler. All that remains is for me to begin my negotiations with Gigi Molu. However, even should I approach him, I expect he wouldn't be willing to bend an ear to anything I have to say. But if you, a fellow Aorthian, would whisper in his ear of a merchant dealing in exotic wares he won't find elsewhere, I dare say his interest will be piqued. I expect he's still soaking in the spring, so try searching for him first at Panokpelu Retreat. I will join after procuring a suitable store of hairbrushes. Oh, that's what I get for not looking where I'm going. Oopsie. Let's go around. Now, let's see if I remember right. It's up the cliff. Oopsie. Yeah, up here. Ah, it is you again. I take it you too are unable to resist the allure of these waters. I see. And you wish to introduce me to this merchant of exotic wares? How thoughtful of you. I'm honestly surprised you remember that I've yet to find suitable goods to take back to Eorzea. Very well, I shall meet this merchant, but I can hardly sit at the negotiating table in little more than a bathing towel. Pray wait for me below while I make myself presentable. In the following sequence, you will be tasked with supporting Nopley's negotiations with Gigimolu. As the negotiations may take several minutes, you may wish to cancel. Okay, whatever. Thank you for waiting. Now, where is this merchant you wish to introduce me to? And then, Nobley, I see you two were in cahoots. If you come to return the corrupted crystals, I'm afraid I do not accept refunds. Didn't I tell you? I'm here to make you an offer. Make me an offer? Huh. I wasn't born yesterday. Whatever it is you're planning, I want nothing to do with it. Other evidence for trade. Hogwash, you really expect me to believe I could benefit from another deal with him? This is not only for your benefit, but that of new customers you are certain to meet in future commercial endeavors. Upon my mask, I swear it. You can swear upon whatever you like. I still won't believe you. The only thing I trust less than your word is your meager eye for quality. Any product selected by your hand is one unworthy of my stalls. I picked it up myself? Maybe. You selected it? Well, now that changes things. Considering your wealth of experience in both Eorzea and Taral, your eyes are eyes I can trust. Yeah, I'd hope he would like that. I see we have your attention. Then, without further ado, Allow me to present to you my premium selection of high-quality alpaca hairbrushes. The bristles are firm yet supple, gentle on the skin, and exceedingly pleasant to the touch. Even the most sensitive alpacas can't get enough of it. Indeed, I dare say these brushes are of unparalleled quality. We already have brushes for livestock in Eorzea. Furthermore, the market for such a commodity would be limited to farmers, all but squandering any chance to profit. I will not purchase a product merely because it is of good quality. What if you could use it on your own hair? Yeah. I must admit, as a merchant, it is important to always make oneself as personable as possible. Yet I am confused as to why you would ask. Ah, so people can use the brush as well? Then may I try it for myself? If it is a quality product for men and women of good taste, then the potential market would expand considerably. Oh my, this is quite lovely. The way the bristles gently caress my scalp, each stroke gliding through my hair like a gentle breeze, and somehow every strand falls perfectly into place. My hair has never felt so soft and smooth. Yes, consider me interested. I dare say the brushes will sell themselves to those with a like-minded taste for elegance. Now let us discuss payment. By my estimation, a single brush would be worth roughly 10,000 hell, give or take. Speaking of worth, I forgot to mention one terribly important detail. The brushes are made with the hair of a creature indigenous to Ra'al, the Uolon. Specimens are painstakingly chosen for each brush by a master craftsman, paying close attention to the beast's age as well as the texture, thickness, and strength of their hair. I'd say a single brush is worth no less than 2 pelt in the 100,000. I beg your pardon, 200,000 pel for a brush? You must be out of your mind. I should take my business elsewhere. Wait, after purchasing the corrupted crystals from you, I'm in urgent need of funds. If you agree not to disclose this to anyone else, I'm willing to sell the brushes to you for half that price. You'd go so far as to offer them at half their market price? And it certainly comes as no surprise that you lack capital. I may not find a more opportune bargain. Very well, you have yourself a deal. I shall use all the pel I have on hand to purchase as many brushes as you can offer. What do you have to say? To think the man I swindled would offer me such a bargain, the Pelu may make for better customers than they do merchants. Yeah, but I bet that's not. Now then, let us return to my storehouse in Wat Chimpello to finalize our transaction. I trust that it's fine with you, Gigimoto. Indeed, I shall make a short detour to Ikuvo's Inn to gather my things before joining you. Pray excuse me. Ooh, the negotiations went rather well, if I do say so myself. Cannot thank you enough for your assistance. But now the negotiations can truly begin. We should hurry back to Fort Chimpello as well. One second. Oh, you're home already. It's connected to me. You probably heard. The video, the recording. Oh. What? What, did you eat my candy? You ate my candy. Ah. I'm doing side quests. Oh, I don't know if he could be heard or not. I probably could be heard telling it, asking her, or saying it could be heard. Oops. Husband's home. Anyway, let's get this side quest done. All that remains is the final exchange. Dear Nobly truly is a generous soul. There you are, Aura. Now that we're all assembled, let's continue our discussion. What is there to discuss? The deal is already agreed upon. All that remains is the exchange of goods. Are you sure? Even if I told you that the actual value of a brush is a single pearl in the 10,000s column? What? You deceived me? Uh-huh. Oh, no, nothing of the sort. I merely followed your example. I do personally believe that a single brush is worth 2 pearl in the 100,000s column. I also urgently need funds after purchasing those crystals. But more importantly, the brushes are of unparalleled quality. To think I could be outfoxed by the man I took for a fool. Yet why tell me its true value now? Had you remained silent, you would have made back all the money you lost. I find that a strange question. Are we not both merchants? Rather than prey on one another, hoping to make our fortunes in a single exchange, would it not be mutually beneficial for us in the long term to become trade partners? As far as I'm concerned, this is a chance I can't afford to let slip away. Foreign merchants willing to sell all the way to Tyrol are few and far between, and I certainly won't have the wherewithal to travel to Eorzea myself anytime soon. After all I've done, you would ask to be my trade partner? I apply my trade in a city called Urqopacha, where the unspoken rule of business is to deceive or be deceived, to seize what opportunities you can and quickly move on. Long-term profits have ever been the furthest thing from my mind. When I first saw you, Napoli, I could sense your naivety. Thus did I approach you with a mind to exploit it, and pawn my worthless, corrupted crystals into your eager hands. At the time, I thought it simply business as usual, and yet I am wholly embarrassed by the thought of it now. That you would use the same ploy against me, and for even greater profit, makes it all the more shameful. Yeah, well. Napoli, I am truly sorry for deceiving you. I shall return all the money I took from you, and make what amends I can for the trouble I've caused. I do not deserve your forgiveness, let alone your partnership, but if you're certain that is the best course... I am, but forget about the money. I'd like you to bring back more of those corrupted crystals. If I can find some use for them, we'll have a product that can be easily sold for a premium, and we can corner the market here in Tyrol. I am happy to oblige, but until such time that the crystals become profitable here, I could not proceed in good conscience without a product we can both benefit from. If it please you, I'd like to explore our options. Of course. Yay. I couldn't have convinced Gigimolu without your help, Aura. Together, I believe he and I can bring other happiness through trade in not only Tyrol, but Eorzea and beyond. I prepared a small gift for you to show my thanks, though it is hardly enough. I hope this is of some benefit to you during your travels, and if you ever need anything, don't hesitate to find me. Okay, let's side quest here and the upper half of it. Excuse me. Oh. The Urqopacha. So I'm gonna end this one here because like I want to keep it separate, like side quest in this zone, and like I might do another video for side quest in the other zone. So I hope you like. I know it wasn't much. Hopefully it wasn't too boring. I hope you enjoyed watching it.